Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today we are back with more in the Buddha's words. Today we are going to read part 7, or section 7, which is divided into, it looks like, 1, 2, 3 parts. So, with that, let's go ahead and hop into this. The danger in views. Part 1, a miscellany on wrong views. Monks, I do not see even one thing on account of which unarisen unwholesome qualities of mind arise, and arising unwholesome qualities of mind increase and expand so much as on account of the wrong view. For one of wrong view, unarisen unwholesome qualities of mind arise, and arisen unwholesome qualities of mind increase and expand. Monks, I do not see even one other thing on account of which unarisen wholesome qualities of mind do not arise, and arisen wholesome qualities of mind diminish so much as on account of wrong view. For one of wrong view, unarisen wholesome qualities of mind do not arise, and arisen wholesome qualities of mind diminish. Monks, I do not see even one other thing on account of which, with the breakup of the body after death, beings are born in a state of misery, in a bad destination in the lower world, in hell, so much as on account of wrong view. Possessing wrong view, with the breakup of the body after death, beings are reborn in a state of misery, in a bad destination in the lower world, in hell. Monks, but for a person of wrong view, whatever bodily, verbal, or mental conduct he undertakes in accordance with that view, and whatever volition, aspiration, wish, or volitional formations he engenders in accordance with that view, all lead to what is undesirable, unwanted, and disagreeable to harm and suffering. For what reason? Because the view is bad. Just as when a seed of neem, bitter cucumber, or bitter gourd is planted in moist soil, it transforms any nutrient it obtains from the soil and the water into a fruit with a bitter, harsh, and disagreeable taste. Even so, it is for a person of wrong view. For what reason? Because the view is bad. Part 2, the blind men and the elephant. On the occasion the Blessed One was living at Savatthi in Jeddah's Grove, Anathapindika's park. Now at the time a number of ascetics and Brahmins, wanderers of other sects, were living around Savatthi. They held various views, beliefs, and opinions, and propagated various views. And they were quarrelsome, disputatious, wrangling, wounding each other with verbal darts, saying, the Dhamma is like this, the Dhamma is not like that, the Dhamma is not like this, the Dhamma is like that. Then a number of monks entered Savatthi on alms round. Having returned after their meal, they approached the Blessed One, paid homage to him, and sat down to one side, and told him what they had seen. The Blessed One said, Monks, Wanderers of other sects are blind and sightless. They do not know what is beneficial and harmful. They do not know what is the Dhamma and what is not the Dhamma, and thus they are so quarrelsome and disputatious. Formerly, monks, there was a king in Savatthi who addressed a man and asked him to round up all the persons in the city who were blind from birth. When the man had done so, the king asked the man to show the blind men an elephant. To some of the blind men, he presented the head of an elephant, to some the ear, to others a tusk, the trunk, the body, a foot, the hindquarters, the tail, or the tuft of the end of the tail, and to each one he said, "This is an elephant." When he reported to the king what he had done, the king went to the blind men and asked them, "Tell me, blind men, what is an elephant like?" Those who had been shown the head of the elephant replied, "An elephant, your majesty, is just like a water jar." Those who had been shown the ear replied, "The elephant is just like a winnowing basket." For those who had been shown the tusk replied, "An elephant is just like a plowshare." Those who had been shown the trunk replied, "An elephant is just like a plow hoe." Those who had been shown the body replied, "An elephant is just like a storeroom." And each of the others likewise described the elephant in terms of the part they had been shown. An elephant is not like this. An elephant is like that. They fought each other with their fists, and the king was delighted. Even so, monks are the wanderers of other sects, blind and sightless, and thus they become quarrelsome, disputatious, and wrangling, wounding each other with verbal darts. Part 3. Held by two kinds of views. Monks, held by two kinds of views, these devas and human beings hold back, and some overreach. Only those with vision see, and how, monks, do some hold back? Devas and human beings delight in existence, are delighted with existence, rejoice in existence. When the Dhamma is taught to them for the cessation of existence, their minds do not enter into it, acquire confidence in it, settle upon it, or resolve upon it. Thus, monks, some hold back. And how, monks, do some overreach? Now some are troubled, ashamed, and disgusted by this very same existence, and they rejoice in non-existence, saying, "Inasmuch as this self, good sins, is annihilated and destroyed with the breakup of the body, and does not exist after death, this is peaceful, this is excellent, this is just so." Thus, monks, do some overreach. And how, monks, do those with vision see? Here a monk sees that what has come to be as living, as having come to be. Having seen this, he practices the course for disenchantment, for dispassion, for cessation of what has come to be. Thus, monks, do those with vision see. But yeah, that ends the passages of what we was reading. Let's go back to the introduction and look at what we just read here. The most dangerous of wrong views are those that deny or undermine the foundations of ethics. Chapter 6, Section 7, Part 1 draws together a number of perils posed by this type of wrong view. Prominent among them is the rebirth in the lower realms. Views also lead to one-sided, biased interactions in reality that we cling to as accurate and complete. People who cling tenaciously to their own views of a particular situation often come into conflict, and those who view the same situation in a different light. Views thus give rise to conflicts and disputes. Perhaps no text in all the world literature has depicted this danger in dogmatic clinging more succinctly than the famous parable of the blind man and the elephant, included in Chapter 6, Section 7, Part 2. Chapter 6, Section 7, Part 3 draws a contrast between a pair of distorted views known as eternalism, Sasatavada, and annihilationism, Ukedavada, also called, respectively, the view of existence, Bhavadithi, and the view of non-existence, Vibhahadithi. Eternalism affirms an eternal component in an individual, an indestructible self, and an eternal ground of the world, such as the all-powerful inventor God. Annihilationism denies that there is any survival beyond death, holding on to the traditional holding that the individual becomes to a complete end with the demise of the physical body. Eternalism, according to the Buddha, leads to delight in existence and binds him to the cycle of existence. Annihilationism is often accompanied by disgust for existence that paradoxically binds its adherents to the same existence that they loathe. So yeah. But yeah, that's what the introduction parts say about it. So yeah, we are giving some tales here. The wrong view one, part 1 of the section here, seems mainly to show that wrong views can put you in the wrong direction, even though you're supposed to be doing certain other things for a better life, a better existence. Part 2, like I said, wonderful parable, blind men and the elephant. You got all these blind men. They feel one section of the elephant, and so it's like, from what I felt, this is what it is like. And the king kind of laughs and rejoices in this. Because it put all of them into such chaos and disarray with each other. But yeah. And then the held by two kinds of views when Buddha talks of people who have a love of existence and those who have a disdain for existence. So yeah. Or a love for non-existence. But yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and end this episode here. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing. Ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.